What if this moment, right now, while you're listening, everything holding you down simply stopped? No warning, no explosion, no sound, just absence. Because gravity is not something you hear, it's something you trust, without ever noticing, until it disappears. At first, nothing feels wrong. You are still there. Your hands, your breath, your thoughts. Everything seems normal. But then, something subtle shifts. Your weight begins to fade. Not instantly, not dramatically, but gently, like the world is loosening its grip on you. Your feet no longer press against the ground. And in a quiet, almost beautiful moment, you begin to rise. Slowly, softly, like a memory, lifting away from reality. A few centimeters, then more. Your brain hesitates. Because this is impossible. This cannot be happening. But it is. You are floating. And you are not alone. All around you, others rise too. A woman reaching for her child, both drifting apart. A man dropping his phone, watching it hover, spinning silently in the air. A cup of coffee, breaking into droplets, suspended like tiny planets. For a moment, it feels like magic, like freedom, like the laws of the universe have finally loosened. Children laugh. Someone spins in the air, arms wide, as if flying. And for a brief second, humanity forgets fear, because it looks beautiful. But beauty is often the beginning of something far more terrifying. Because while you are floating, the earth is still moving. It never stopped. It never slowed. At the equator, the planet spins at over 1,600 kilometers per hour. And now, nothing is attached to it anymore. Not you. Not the oceans. Not the sky itself. Everything that once belonged to Earth is now leaving it. You don't feel it immediately. But then, there is a pull. Not upward. Not downward. But sideways. A force. Invisible. Unstoppable. You are being dragged. The air screams past you. Your body, no longer floating gently, but accelerating. Faster. And faster. And suddenly, the illusion of beauty shatters. People begin to scream. Because this is no longer floating. This is being thrown across the sky, at speeds your body was never meant to endure. The wind forms instantly. Not wind as you know it, but something violent. Something planetary. A storm that does not belong to weather, but to collapse. Buildings begin to tear apart. Glass explodes into the air. Steel bends. Concrete fractures. Entire cities, once symbols of human achievement, reduced to fragments. Floating. Colliding. Destroying each other. And still, you move. Faster. You reach out. For anything. A wall. A tree. Another human. But nothing is anchored. Nothing stays. Everything is in motion. And motion has no mercy. Then the oceans rise. Not as waves, but as giants. Massive bodies of water, lifting from the surface of the earth, defying everything you thought you understood. Entire seas, breaking apart into floating structures, before being torn into chaos by the violent currents. Water becomes debris. Oceans become storms. And the earth begins to look unfamiliar. But the worst is not what you see. It's what you lose. The sky begins to fade. The blue, the thing you have known your entire life, slowly disappears. Because without gravity, there is nothing to hold the air. The atmosphere escapes. Quietly, relentlessly, into the endless void of space. At first, you do not notice. You are too overwhelmed, too terrified. But then, you try to breathe, and something feels wrong. The air is thinner, weaker. Each breath less satisfying than the last. Your chest tightens. Your lungs struggle. And panic begins to consume everything. People gasp. Desperate. Grabbing at nothing. Trying to inhale a world that is no longer there. The sky darkens. Not because the sun is gone, but because the air that once scattered its light is disappearing. Stars appear in the middle of the day. Cold, distant, indifferent. And suddenly, you understand. This is not an event. This is extinction. Not loud. Not heroic. But silent. Slow. Inevitable. Some stop moving. Their bodies drifting. Lifeless. Through what remains of Earth's sky. Others still scream. Their voices fading into nothingness. And then, even the screams stop. Silence. Total. Absolute. But the universe is not finished. Because gravity does more than hold you down. It holds everything together. And without it, everything falls apart. The moon begins to drift away. Its orbit broken. Its connection severed. For billions of years, it danced around Earth. Now, it leaves. Slowly. Then faster. Like everything else. Gone. And without the moon, Earth loses its balance. Its stability. Its identity. The planet begins to change. Continents crack. Mountains collapse. The surface, once solid, now fragments. Breaking. Drifting. Disappearing. And you are no longer human in the way you once were. Because human was never just a body. It was a connection to a place, to others, to something larger than yourself. And now, that is gone. You are alone. Not metaphorically, not emotionally, but physically, truly, alone, floating, in a universe that does not know you exist. No up, no down, no direction, just endless space. And in that space, something strange happens. Time feels different, slower, heavier. Your thoughts become louder. Memories return. Small things, simple things, a conversation, a laugh, a moment you didn't think mattered. And now, it means everything. Because it is all you have left. And in that final awareness, you understand something profound. Gravity was never just a force. It was belonging. It was the invisible thread that connected everything. The oceans to the earth, the air to the sky, and you to every person you have ever known. And without it, nothing holds. Not matter, not worlds, not even meaning. And maybe that is the most terrifying part. Not the destruction, not the chaos, but the silence that comes after. Because in the end, the universe does not scream. It does not mourn. It does not remember. It simply continues. And you become nothing more than a moment that once existed. And then, even that fades.